Hey everybody, it's Hawk here, and is anyone surprised? Is anyone actually surprised I'm going to talk about this? Because if you're subscribed to Shad, and I'm just going to assume most of you are because we talk in similar circles, you've seen his video on, I don't want to call this a double flail. I don't really want to call this a double flail because, I mean, it's a very short flail. It's more of a stick with a metal head hanging off of it. Which, the heads in that show are ridiculous. They're like bigger than my fist, which is a fair bit larger than this tennis ball. But Shad was trying desperately to cover this. And it was so dumb, he couldn't. He just couldn't stop laughing. So, I've made one that I can more safely swing around because it's just tennis balls on a stick. So, worst case that happens is I kind of just, you know, smack myself a little bit. But, won't be the end of the world. Also, please forgive the wind noise that will inevitably happen. Like right now. But I'm not going to do a ton of talking for the moment, so I'm just going to play some music over this while I kind of swing it around, and I'll pause randomly to give some commentary. So enjoy me looking like an idiot. Okay, this is already really stupid, because, like, I have to do this motion, and I have to, like, do this weird windmilling thing, which, if you're looking at the camera here, when I do this, it's staying about even with my shoulder, meaning that's where I'm kind of hitting with somebody. It's not great. It's very bad. Alright, so it's very bad. And if I don't do this, and I have to stick it out in this really awkward position, because otherwise I'm liable to smack myself. Now, you can kind of do some weird stuff like this, but you have some truly predictable attack patterns here. Like, look at this. I can only... Oh god, don't reverse that. That's very awkward to swing. Swinging it this way is more natural, but I don't feel like I have a lot of... Yeah, I'm smacking myself already. Like, you can do some very stupid twirly things with this, but you're still liable to hit yourself with it. This is dumb. Like, I have to keep this thing in constant motion to not hit myself. And I have to do some very silly things. Oh, there goes the ball. Okay, that's fine, because I held this on the staple. Whatever. But this lets me show off how an actual flail works. Like this. You know, I have a very predictable attack pattern, but it's easier for me to change direction with it instead of this where I have to do this stupid cartwheeling thing because I can only literally attack from two directions. This gives me greater reach, like, significantly, because I can go way out here instead of attack to this point, which is only a little bit in front of my hand, which is about the reach of a normal flail, honestly. Like, this is pretty garbage reach. This, on the other hand, is much better. It's much more stable. And you can do things like this to preserve your momentum. I am not a great flail fighter. Please don't judge me too much on this. I've never actually really tried to use a flail. My point is, you can do... That's awkward. That's better. That's much better. You can keep this nice figure 8 pattern going and just block off. Look at how much area I can block off with this. Just keeping this really smooth momentum going. And this actually isn't... I think I'm tying this around. No, I'm not actually. It's fine. I can keep it on this. I felt like I was wrapping it around the stick. But I can keep this going almost indefinitely. Like, this isn't actually super tiring. I mean, it is a little bit, because you're just kind of flying. Now, don't do this the other way like this. This just feels awkward. This you can just keep this ball spinning. I think it's bouncing a little bit, but you get my point. You can keep the momentum just rocking with this and block off this very wide area in front of me, and that's important. And you can't do that if you have one on the other side, because I have I'm not blocking off like again, I'm realistically only getting this much distance. This is shorter than a normal flail. A normal flail would probably be more like this. This, I feel, is a little more accurate. This is an awkward swing, but you understand my point. I get better reach, better control, more stability. And then, if you're gonna use a long stick, do this. And honestly, if you're doing this, I mean, there's an argument for, I could make this longer. I could put it down to like here and have just a lot of area denial. Because now I've got this long chain or rope or leather cord, and it's just flipping around out here. And then I can just bring it down like this real quick, because I'm doing this, okay? And then I can just go. I can just bring that down very quickly, which, even if you have a shield, if it's longer, because now imagine it goes down to just above my hand, because I want to keep my hand safe. I'll be a little paranoid about that. I've suddenly got, 2 feet, give or take here, of just length that I can suddenly bring down on somebody, and you can't block because the chain will just wrap around. Now I'll lose momentum because I'm not getting the ability to properly carry through with the strike, but I am hitting you yet, and then I can just yank it back and go back to doing this. Because I'm preserving momentum, and yes, they can just kind of jam their sword in here, but I could imagine you go, whoop, and then you just kind of club them with the back end of it, using this similarly to a quarterstaff. So, in short, double flails are a fail. Single long flails are good, or at least infinitely better. So, this is good. This is good. This is bad. Good. Bad. Seriously, there's a reason no one ever came up with one, because it's stupid. Alright, that being said, I've been Hawk. Hope you all had fun. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Peace out, everybody.